Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Open Mic Live. It is March 22nd, 2026, and I apologize for coming on a little later. I've been in here for a little while now working on a couple things, and what a pain in the ass Instagram has been. Um, as you can see, you can actually see me just fine now, which is crazy because before um my face was like right in front of the camera, but they have fixed it now. Thank the Lord. And I only know this because I went live with my good friend Keely last week and we got to see how Instagram was working. So, woo, it is back. It is back. It is working the way it should be. And we've got people jumping in over here on Instagram. Again, good evening. Hello, hello, and welcome back. Open mic is always fun. And as we always do for open mic, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, 10 being awesome, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Hit me up. I would say I'm coming in at a high 8. Yep. It has been an excellent weekend. Celebrated my kid's birthday. Hello, hello. And we had a lot of fun. We've been doing a lot of gaming and stuff too. So that has been really good. Um, let's see. What up? Hey, yeah, I miss you as well. That's right. Yes, a 7. Oh, thank you very much. You got me way up there. Thank you. It is good to see all of you, and I miss all of you too. Is really good. Woo, man, you got me right in the feels, yo. Thank you, Julie. So, as I said, it's been an excellent weekend already, and we're going into Monday, start of the new week. What's on everybody's agenda? What do you guys got going on? I've got some cool episodes coming up. Episode 646 went out last week. That was with Autumn, and she has an excellent story. And also, man, dude, so that episode, this episode coming up as well, but Autumn, um she shares a story towards the end where she's talking. Oh, wait a minute, Caleb, what up? Trash Panda Crew checking in. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Trash Panda Crew, I dig it, I like it. um so Autumn talks about a call that she took just this past February, and she helped deliver a baby. Excellent story, feel good story. And the other thing about it, though, is that she she has just over 3 months in dispatch and has taken already so many freaking calls. She got her stork pin already, and she's talking about saying, there's folks that I've spoken to who have said they have worked years in dispatch and they have not taken that type of call yet. You will. It'll get there. Um, because I think we've all taken one, maybe not received the stork pin, but we've all taken one that has gotten pretty close. So make sure to check that out. Again, that's episode 646, and really good one. If you've not watched it or listened to it yet, make sure to do so. Also, the second edition of the Converse is out. So make sure to check that out, theconverse.org. You can follow on social media, all of that. Make sure to check it out. Pick up the digital magazine. And also, it's a podcast. And I do the voiceovers for all of the articles. So that's been a lot of fun to do. It's just there's a few of them that when I was doing them and I had I don't you can kind of see the microphone like right there. That's my voiceover microphone that's over there. It's usually sitting like right here, but that's only when I'm doing my thing and doing the voiceovers and stuff. But I think one of the hardest things sometimes with doing that is finding where to breathe when you're reading, because I will be reading through and I'll start paying way too much attention to how I'm breathing, and I'll do it enough where I'm, like, getting a little lightheaded, like, am I, like like, I'm breathing a little too much, paying too much attention to my breathing, but either way, a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff, and, if you've not heard any of those, make sure to check that out as well. That is the Converse. A lot of fun. I dig it, a lot of great articles in there, and, a lot of stuff to come. So it's March 22nd, and tomorrow will be meet and greet day for the Mental Health Ranch, event that, my good buddy Joe Serio, the 360 Dispatcher, puts on. So there's gonna be a bunch of folks going out there this week. If you are traveling tomorrow, or not just to the ranch, but anything in general right now at an airport, dude, be careful. Not just be careful, but get there like 5 to 6 hours beforehand. Unless you have already checked TSA times, or, it's a smaller airport that you know you'll be good to go, but big airports, like, I don't know if you've been watching the news, but Houston, Atlanta, especially Atlanta, holy crap, dude. The lines are just ridiculous. Ridiculous. And it's pretty crazy out there right now. So if you're traveling tomorrow, especially for the ranch, get there early because you're going to need it. You are going to need to be there really early, because some of those lines were like going outside of the airport. That's how crazy shit is going over there. So be careful for that. Ryan, what up, homie? Coming in here, saying, currently flying from Dallas to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Yes, arrive to airports early. Yeah, it does not look fun. It does not look fun at all. Yeah, not good. Not good. But either way, all of that to say that people are going to be there this week, and you are going to have an excellent one out there. I wish I could be there with you guys. Um, but I will be out there later on, more towards the fall time, and that is going to be excellent. So look out for that. I look forward to hearing everything that goes on over there. And episode 647 is going to be going out as well, and that is with Ashley, and she is with Skytook out of Oklahoma, and she had something in the news where it was she received a lifesaver award, and this was for helping a mom with CPR on her child, on her 1-year old. And it was, oh wait, Ryan says, also check your bags, don't leave a bottle of Pepto from the day before or you'll end up getting patted down. What? You sound like you speak from experience. But that's a good tip right there. That is a good tip. Check your bags. Don't leave a bottle of Pepto from the day before in there. Oh no. So I want to play a clip here really quick. This is from the episode that is coming up. So let me put this on the screen here, and we'll jump in on this as well. All right, here we go. So, you go through your training, you start taking calls and everything. Was there anything that kind of, I guess, really stood out to you at all when you first started out?
The shock factor, I honestly thought you'd take a call from somebody and you don't know them. It's not going to affect you at all. It's fine. And then you get that first call where they found a family member deceased in a chair in the living room, and you're like, oh, it does affect you. It doesn't matter if you think it's not going to, it will.
And it's true. It definitely will have some sort of effect on you. So that's just one clip of that episode that is coming up. And her save, we talk about that more towards the end. But it was awesome to have Ashley on to talk about the life saving award that she got. And I will say this part because it won't give anything away. It's just part of her story, and that part is I asked her how she felt knowing that the news was going to be there to capture this story, and she goes, "That's a whole other story in itself." And I said, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "I didn't know." I said, "What?" And she goes, "I didn't know. I did not know that I was getting an award, 1, 2, that I was gonna be on the news, and 3, that I was meeting the people and meeting them that day." And I said, "Well, how how did you find out then?" And she says, she goes, "The only reason I found out and I knew is because I'm sitting there working in dispatch, and there's a guy that walks in with a cart with a bunch of equipment on it." And she was that's when I knew something was happening. Like, she wasn't sure what, but, she had that notion that something was about to happen. So her and I shared a lot of laughs on that episode. It was really good. It was a really, really good one, and, shout out to both Autumn and Ashley, and for coming on, for the work that you do, sharing your stories and everything. But yeah, that was pretty hilarious that she had no idea. And she's like, I was getting an award, the fact that I was meeting the people. And I said, I was wondering why in some of um the news story. So it shows her working at her console, right? But a lot of the footage, not all of it, but there's more than you would think footage of just like the bun in the back of her hair. And she goes, "Well, I mean, like, there's not a lot that is allowed to be filmed. So because of the way it was set up," she goes, "that's why there was shots like that. And like you can hear me talking and everything in dispatch, but you don't see anything else except for the back of my head." And I thought, man, that is hilarious, but also a really cool moment to be able to meet the family and everything after, the save with CPR and such. So again, shout out to the both of you, and this story that I was talking about, that'll be in the upcoming episode. So this coming Wednesday, it will be live, and then got more episodes coming up. Um, the beginning of April, I will be out in Missouri. So if you are going to be out there in Missouri, I'm going to be teaching a 4-hour class. It is a version of my 8-hour communications course that I do. So if you're going to be out there, this is in partnership with Mark, MARC, and I'll be out there with them, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But also, there is an award ceremony that is going to be going on, and I get the honor of being the MC. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. That is going to be cool. That'll be a ladies and gentlemen coming up to the stage. No, just playing. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to be doing it like that. We are going to have some fun though. We're going to have some fun, and it's a few hours long, but it's a big award ceremony. There's a dinner. There's all kinds of stuff, and I'm looking forward to it. I've never done a like I've hosted a couple things, right? But I've never done it like that before where I'm an MC of an award ceremony. So I'm really excited for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll see what funny stuff happens cuz as you guys know, as you can see, I like to have fun. I like to laugh, I like to joke around, and it is going to be superb. So, a big shout out to everyone for bringing me. Christina, what up? Says, can't wait to see you there. Yeah, samesies. Yes, it is going to be fun. I was just looking over some of the um like script stuff, how everything they have everything laid out. And what I'm gonna make sure to do, because it's also part of the contract, is I'm going to get there a day or so early so that I can meet up with the team and start asking, so how do you pronounce this name? Because I don't want to be that guy, man. I don't want to be that MC where I I'm sure I might jack a name up or two, but I want to make sure to do it the right way and have the names down solid and going through everything that we're going to be going through that evening. So it'll be good. It'll be a lot of fun, and maybe we'll get in some funny stories as well. We shall see. Let me see here. Let me check my notes. I want to make sure that I've mentioned everything that I have going on. Oh, yes. So you may or may not know, but I ended up turning my Imagine Listening session that I do. So, I record those sessions. And for the last several years that I've been doing this, up until about a year ago, um, I was putting these as like bonus episodes on Within the Trenches podcast. Well, I decided to split them and make Imagine Listening its own podcast and then have Within the Trenches. So every so often I might put like do a crossover of Imagine Listening onto Within the Trenches, but it is its own standalone podcast. And I ended up putting out episodes 1 through 3 um just less than a year ago. Stuff got so crazy in so many classes that I was teaching and traveling and everything, I couldn't keep up. So this past week, I finally, finally updated and got episode 4. Well, episodes, let's see, 4, 5. I can't remember now. 3 or 4 of the episodes. 3 of them, I think, because the last one that I had was an Imagine Listening session that was done in California, and so then I put out the open mic session that is the lighthearted, the light to balance the darkness, and so I got that one out, and then I recently put out the Imagine Listening session that I did at the ranch just a few weeks ago, the beginning of this month. And that one was a heavy one. Holy crap, was that a heavy one? This week, I am putting out the open mic, the counterpart, the continuation of that session. I am putting out there. And we are going to sample some of those calls this evening. Excellent. We're going to be listening to some of those because 2026 is the 10th, believe it or not, the 10th anniversary of the I Am 911 movement. Specifically, this August will mark 10 years But for the last few weeks and building up to that week, or that day rather, that anniversary, I'm sharing all kinds of stories. I'm also doing just little snippets from the books, volume 1 and volume 2. And for National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, one of the things I want to do is, and I'm going to put this all out there, but I'm mentioning this now, is I want to get some videos from all of you, and I want to share them during that week. You can either share an IM 911 story, or what I'm really looking for is something that you are proud of in this profession, or something that has been rewarding to you, that you feel has been rewarding in this profession. So, just for example, I'll just riff. So, for example, the video, it would be vertically, right? It would be vertical, just on your phone, just hold it, and then you would just say something to the effect of, um, "Hi, my name is Ricardo, and I have been in public safety for over 2 decades. And one of the things that has been rewarding for me is being able to give back to this profession and help the 911 heroes in this profession share their stories and get them out there to the world." That has been one of the most rewarding things, and one of the things that I am most proud of in this profession. So that's a version that I would do. I'm gonna have to clip that actually. And that'll be it. That's what I'm looking for. And if you want, you can even add, my name is so and so, and I'm a professional out of Texas, and I've been in public safety for 10 years, 12, whatever you want to say, and then something that's been rewarding or something that I'm proud of, and then I'm going to be sharing those stories throughout the week of National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, but also the more I get leading up to thank you, Ryan. But also leading up to that 10th anniversary, because the other thing too is I want to add some of those of what you are saying to volume 3 of Imagine Listening. The next book, I'm starting to put it together. And that's what I want to do, is add some of those rewarding and proud of moments, but also some of those I am 911 stories, those rare ones that have those good outcomes. Of course, nothing is changing, so don't get it twisted. There's nothing changing with the way that I do Imagine Listening to the I am 911 stories. A lot of people share a lot of the harder stories, and that's what that has been. But a lot of people share the saves as well, and that's what I'm looking for to balance for volume 3, is the light and the dark will be in there. And then there will be a section just like volume 2 where it had, if I could tell you one thing. Well, this will be rewarding or proud of moments that get added in there as well. So that is something to keep an eye out for. And I'm going to be looking for your stuff. You can send it to me here on Instagram or through Facebook, the inbox, or you can email. You can simply go to that link that's there on the bottom of the screen. That's links with 2i's.co/IM911. Just hit the email button from there, and you can send me your stuff. The video should be able to go through. If not, inbox me and we'll figure it out. We'll go from there. But either way, that is what I'm going to be doing. I'll make another announcement about these videos probably tomorrow, since I said what I said already. It'll be easy enough to do it that way. And let's see how many videos we can get to share some of those rewarding moments, those moments that we are proud of in this profession, because those are the ones that they all matter and they're all powerful. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you all have. All right. So, what you're about to hear. Oh, man. What you're about to hear are just some of the stories that were shared during an open mic session or the open mic portion of the Imagine Listening session at the last ranch. I was combining those words that I was at. And Mom, if you're currently watching, I'm sorry. Because some of these are like, what? And I will say I had to edit some stuff because I was like, I don't know if I can play that. So here we go. And again, look, the open mic stuff. These are funny stories. These are lighthearted stories. Not all of them are calls. Some are stuff that happen like literal open mics that happen. Or when you think that you have muted your phone, but you haven't. Moments like that. But I always tell people that, none of this is about the callers. This is just simply the situation. We're there to help people, okay? But also, if we didn't have some sort of sense of humor, and I think it's like that in any profession where it deals with with people and stuff, the way we do this, if you don't have some sort of sense of humor, you're going to burn out fast. Again, laughing is good medicine. So we're we're going to go ahead and start this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the audio. And again, this is with the live audience. Okay. So you're going to hear all of us in there. But I'm sorry. It makes me laugh because I was just listening to some of them before I went live. So we're going to listen, and then when it's done, we'll talk about it. So you're watching right now. I see a bunch of people over here on Instagram. Make sure that you're putting your stuff in your posts. And yes, Juliet Brown, you do need to do this. I agree with what L. Hebert 51 says. All right, so here we go. Let me switch my audio over here so that the audio can actually go through. All right. I'm going to hit play. And so as soon as you hear it, or if you hear it or whatever, just put in the comments that you can hear it, because I want to make sure that you can hear it. If you can't hear it, then also tell me, okay? All right, I'm hitting play.
All right. I think sometimes in this profession we forget that the commonality that we have is that we're all humans, right? We all say and do stupid shit on a daily basis, and that's what binds us together. So about a month or two ago, I got a call for a lift assist. Just an elderly man telling me that his bride, and I already fell in love with him, he said, my bride fell. I was like, oh, okay, all right, no problem. We'd be more than happy to help her out. Is she injured? No, she's not injured. She just fell, I'm not as young and handsome as I used to be. I said, no problem, sir. And I got her age, and she was a spry, I think, 82-year-old lady. And, conscious and breathing. He's like, yeah. And he goes, you know what, though? Oh, back in my day, I used to be able to lift them up because, you know what? My wife's thick. And I got to tell you, Miss Cindy, I like them thick. And so I muted my mic, and I'm like, this man did not. And I said, yes, sir, thick is very good. And you can hear her in the background, oh, stop it. And he's just like, what, mama? You know I like you thick. And I was like, all right, sir, I will send you the fire department. They're on their way. And then you could just hear them and their banter back and forth. But that's, to this day, that's one of my most favorite calls I've taken.
So,
Okay, please tell me that you were able to hear that, because otherwise, all you see is me going. Ryan, Christina, either one of you, Julie over here on Instagram, could you hear the call? Because I switched the setting to make sure that the audio was able to go through so that you guys could hear it. So I'm gonna. Oh, okay, all right, heard it. All right. and Ryan's response. Oh, we got two Ryans, Ryan Bennett and Ryan Rogers. Yeah, I could hear it. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. That's that. Okay, thank you, Christina. So there's audio number one. Okay. Christina's like just as good the second time hearing it. Oh yeah, and Ryan Rogers, you're right, thick. But I believe the caller was thinking. I mean, yeah, thick, right? But THICC. Oh man, yeah. I just so it's really tough sometimes, especially during I mean, imagine listening. It's tough, right? But then you get to the funny part where you've gone through the emotionally intense portion, and now we're doing open mic and we're sharing these lighthearted stories, and sometimes like you got to be there. You got to be there for that moment. And I just remember standing there and I was like, what? Because some of those stories are like that. And I'm sure, if you've ever been in 911, you're taking calls, there are some of those calls. They come in and you're just, all right. Like, like, taking calls for a disturbance that's going on or whatever. Someone is outside and the person's inside, and I'm waiting for an officer to get there, and I'm I'm talking to this dude, and oh wait, Ryan says connection. Oh, connection is choppy now. Thunderstorms surrounding our plane. Oh, dude. Oh, so you were actually, I thought you were telling, I didn't realize. So when you said that you were in a flight or that you were flying I don't know why I didn't put two and two together. What I thought you meant by currently flying from Dallas to PA, what I thought you meant, dude, was that like that's what you had coming up. Like currently, your plan or your agenda for like tomorrow was going to be flying from Dallas to PA. You're actually on the plane right now. Dude, be careful. Thunderstorms surrounding the plane and everything. I'm glad you can hear me though, and that you can join in here. That's awesome. Technology. You gotta love it. Excuse me. So yeah, with with a lot of these, when they're coming in and stuff, like I always react. There's always a reaction, and but also I love hearing the reaction of the audience and everything as well. But I'm trying to remember now this call that I was telling you about before I realized that Rogers was up in a freaking plane. Oh man. Oh, now I remember. So it was a disturbance. The dude's inside. We're waiting for the officers to get there, and he goes, I'm gonna put my phone, and I'm sure this has happened to a bunch of you as well. And he goes, I'm just gonna put my phone down for just one moment. I'm like, okay, yeah, don't hang up, because in case anything happens, I want to be able to make sure to hear everything that's going on. Let me repeat that. I want to make sure to be able to hear everything that's going on. And I sure as shit did. Because the dude he was in the bathroom. The dude put the phone down, and I should have known when I heard like the clink. And then the dude just starts peeing, and I'm like, okay, this is my life. Oh man, yeah. That's always something. And then you hear the flush, and then they're done. Like, all right, I'm back. I'm like, I'm like, okay, thanks. Yaz, what's up, yo? What's going on, Yaz? So let me play the next one. I can't remember which one is next now, but here we go.
With Department of Homeland Security, obviously, some of you know, I dispatch 49% of the United States, including Alaska, Guam, Hawaii, and Saipan. So of course we have borders down in in El Paso area, you know, down towards Mexico. And we had a couple, and this is no joke, from Colorado, who was coming back over the border and wanted to see if CBP actually did their job. So she put her husband in a body bag in the trunk of the car because they wanted to see if they actually did searches. And yes, CBP does searches. And that was her reason, was we just wanted to see if they actually did it. And so, yes, they got ticketed and they got fined and all kinds of things. But yeah, I won't ever forget that day. But because, you know, I have to air that call now to officers. And that legitimately was their excuse.
Okay.
Yeah, I had questions too.
Every open mic, something happens that I've never heard before, and this is a first.
I have 14 years of probably never heard of first.
All right, we're gonna have to do an episode to get more stories. Thank you very much for sharing that. A body bag, what the hell? Okay, go ahead.
So there's another one right there. What? Dude, like that's the type of shit that gets people in trouble, right? Or potentially harmed. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Christina says, I told my wife that story when I got home. She was floored. What idiots. Dude, for real. Like, no. Like, that's how, yeah, no. People get in trouble for that shit. Like, it's not, you know, I know a lot of people, like, they play pranks, you know, to try to gain, you know, followers and views and all this other stuff. But those people get in trouble, man. Like, you don't see it, but some of those people get into some shit for that. Yasmin says they were definitely planning. They were doing something. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not good. Not good at all. Christina, to answer your question, no, I didn't. I didn't ask if the person had washed their hands, but I should have. I should have. That would have been funny. Especially if they had not washed their hands. Because you know what? I didn't ask, but I did hear water. Because he set the phone down. When I heard the clink, I imagined that the person set the phone down on like the back part of the toilet, like on top of the tank. So I did hear water. So I'm guessing that, and it wasn't just a flush; it was like from a sink. So I'm guessing they washed their hands. But if they had not, and they had just come back on the phone, I should have. I could have just said, I didn't hear you wash your hands. You know, the dude probably would have been like, shut the hell up. Like, what? Who are you? Trying to be my mom or my pop. Oh, man. Okay. Here's the next one.
This is a couple years ago. We were working, at the time, we had separate dispatches, so it was sheriff's office, police department. And we worked a single dispatch, so it was just one person up at a time. And I'm not sure really how it happened, but I'm in the office, I'm bantering with a couple deputies. There's all kinds of F-bombs that are getting dropped. And apparently I must have been keyed up on fire frequency and law frequency. And I got a phone call from PD, hot mic, hot mic, hot mic. I can hear everything. F-bombs galore. I was super embarrassed. And my sergeant and my deputy that were on duty were like, it happens. But it was super embarrassing. And I'm pretty sure the whole county heard me say fuck more than once.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Who else? Here? Okay. All right, go ahead.
I think a lot of us have had that happen where where you are keyed up, something happens, and either they're trying to get through because your button is stuck, or someone will call, or like your windows from your MCT connection will just start going pop 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 pop. Hot mic, and you're like, oh my God, what did I say? What was I talking about? There were some coworkers of mine one time that they had an open mic, and they had been sitting there talking about, I think, different bourbons and whiskeys for several minutes. And someone finally got through, and they're like, your mic is open. We know what you guys like to drink. Oh man. All right, here's the next one.
So it was like 2-ish in the morning, and I get a call from this lady that is wanting to report someone breaking into cars in the parking lot. It's like, okay, cool. What do they look like? Oh, I don't know. I just heard them. Like, you what? Yeah, no, I heard the shadow breaking into cars, but I don't know what they look like, but I just heard their shadow. So she heard a shadow.
This is another one, shadows. Very nice. Thank you very much.
This one was
Okay, so there you go. Shadows. Someone saw someone breaking in, but they only saw the shadows. So there probably was someone there, and they just saw the silhouette of the person. And so, like, where somebody would think, oh, they were just seeing things or whatever, they thought they saw shadows. It probably was someone actually out there doing some shit, and they did see shadows. They saw the silhouette. Who knows? Let's see. Yasmin says, I once was crawling under my desk looking for something, and I said, for fuck's sake. And the lieutenant keyed up asking if I was 10-4. And you know what, Yaz, I think I've heard you say that before. Like, we've been at a conference or something, and I don't know what we were talking about, but I'm pretty sure I've heard you say that before, and I could just imagine it, and that would have been hilarious. Oh man, thank you for that one. All right, here's the next one.
a couple years ago, and I thought it was a prank at first.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna play it.
Got a 911 from me, and he's like, "My dick is gone, bro. My dick is gone." I was like, "What?" And he just repeated it again. I said, "What is your name?" And he said it so quick, I didn't catch it because I was still in this is a prank mode. He said his name, first and last name. I was like, "What is your name?" And he said first, middle, last. I was like, "Oh shit, maybe this is real." And he's just like, I said, "What happened?" He's like, "I shot my dick off, bro. It's gone. My dick is gone." And I was like, I could hear him in the background. "Hey man, put the gun away. Put the gun away." I was like, "What? Where's the gun at now?" He's like, "I ain't got no gun." I'm like, "How'd you shoot your dick off if you don't have a gun?" "Well, I don't have it no more, man. I don't have it no more." But of course, once officers, everybody got there, we're like, "Confirm," and they're like, "Gone." Yeah. So apparently, we had it in his waistband, trying to show off, and just blew right off. Yeah. We all just kind of like, all at the same time.
So, you know,
So, I don't even know where to go with that one. So, and over here on Instagram, Christina, I don't think I have yet, but I'm only playing a portion of what we had there. So, oh wait, Ryan Bennett over here says I love playing that for the noobs. Oh, wait, you have the audio for that? What? What? Oh, dude. Okay, so there were parts that I took out from that story because it's a little longer, but I left the main pieces in there. And that that story is it's pretty that's pretty hardcore. Like, so yeah, the person was, oh yeah, I kept the recordings. I can let them listen to it among others. I might have to FOIA that so that I can get it in yeah, for my purposes as well. Holy moly. I didn't realize that you had the audio. But either way, so I mean, so what I do remember is while you were telling that story, I was like, ah, I can't imagine that happening. Okay, I cannot imagine that happening. Like showing off, and everything, and then it goes off. Like maybe make sure it's not loaded, before you show off, because you showed off and now it's off. And then for the people to go out there and they're like, can you confirm that this was real? Because you're right. Sometimes calls come in and you're saying certain things and you don't know, like it sounds outrageous, right? But I mean, that's why that's in the back of our minds is what I'm saying. It up front in what we're doing. Priority one, we're doing everything that we can to get them there. But in the back of our minds, we're like, no way that this is happening right now. And then that's one where you're like, dude, we got to know, like, did that really happen? And it did. The fact that that person was able to call, is it just like the shock, and adrenaline or whatever? Like, why didn't the friends who were there call for this person? For real. Again, that is freaking hard to imagine, like something like that happening and then still being in the right mindset to call 911 to say what they said, and then you're just like, dude, what? I think I have one more. Let me play this. It's just that one right there. I mean, what are your thoughts? Go ahead and put it in the. I see Ryan's thoughts over here. Rogers, that is. I didn't notice all the emojis that you had on there. Oh no, dude. And I just put that shit on the screen. All I was looking at were the faces. I didn't notice the two emojis in the middle. Oh, holy crap. All right. Let me see. Like I said, I think I have one more on here, or one more that, because I'm editing this episode that's coming out later this week. And so there was only a few that I had to play for right now. But let me see what this next one is here.
You say goodnight to everybody, you say so-and-so good night, and they say good night back, and that's like their end of shift, right? We have this thing, you say goodnight, and they don't say good night back, and you're like kind of upset about it. You're like, wow, that was pretty shitty, you know? You're like, I guess I'll go fuck myself, you know? And then like, you know, sometimes you're like talking on the phone, you pretend hit the radio, you know? So I say goodnight, I say goodnight, I went, guess I'll go fuck myself. And then there was like a 20-second silent, and then someone keyed up to go, good night. Message received.
Damn. Over on Instagram over here, it's like, oh my God, it's me. But I didn't say who it was, though. I don't know whose voice that is. Wink. Because I don't have anybody's names on here. They're just people sharing their stories. But that happens too. Yeah, I know it's you. I'm playing it off. Oh, okay. All right, Christina says, it's me. I'll own it. Well done. That is awesome. Yeah, that right there. I mean, it happens, right? So back in the day, at my old center, it was the reverse. So I don't remember who it was, and I wouldn't say names anyway, but it was one of our deputies who he must have been having a hard day or whatever, but whoever was on radio updated him with information or something like that, and I think it was before my time, or maybe it was just when I wasn't there. Either way, the dude ends up responding back with, yeah, just shut your pie hole. But it went over the radio. That's the thing, is that the dude thought that he was not keyed up, and he accidentally keyed up. I think what it was he keyed up to say 10-4, and I don't know if it locked in or what happened, but it stayed open. So he was like, yeah, 10-4. And and he's like, now shut your pie hole or something like that. And I remember when they told me this story, I was like, oh, dude, it happens. It happens on the other side of the radio, and it happens on our side of the radio. Oh man, they're friends. They're still friends and everything, but oh man, that was a moment. Oh shit. Christina Bailey over here says it would have been great if someone played a cricket sound across the radio after that. Right? Creaky, creaky, creaky. Over here on Instagram, Christina says, I mean, it went out on an unencrypted channel, so everybody heard it. And I think that's one of the things that that's funny too, is that, you know, when things go over the radio, a lot of times the entire county hears it, and then you're like, fuck, like, oh no, they're not going to let me live that down. It's like that one time, and I've shared this before, but it's like that time when I was still in training, and this guy called. Excuse me. He called from a rest stop. He was a truck driver, and when he called in, he's just, sir, I need an ambulance. And we're like, okay, you know, or I'm like, okay. I say we because my trainer I was on the umbilical cord, so she's listening in as we're going through, and I'm going through, you know, my EMD and everything. And you know what happened was, this guy had gone to use the bathroom, and he, oh God, it makes me cringe just thinking about it. Oh my Lord. Somehow he zipped his junk into his zipper, and it, it got caught. It got caught. And I can hear him in my head right now. I felt so bad for this guy. I can only imagine, he probably looked kind of like this. It's so bad. Also, this is years and years and years ago, okay? But I felt bad for that dude. I was like, don't worry, we're going to get you help out and everything. And I remember putting him on hold for just a moment. And I told him, I'm going to put you on hold for just one moment because, exactly, Rogers. Leah, what's going on, dude? How are you doing? How are you doing? I put the caller on hold, and I turn over to my trainer. Okay, just like really quick, like, what do I say over the radio? And she's like, male subject with penis problems. And I said, okay. Elegant Central to, and go through it, priority whatever, in reference to male subject with penis problems. And I don't know about your centers out there, but my center for EMS and fire, we toned twice to make sure that, if they're, asleep, they're waking up, they hear it that second time. And Christina, that's not covered in EMD. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So, we're going through that, trying to figure that out. And so that's what she tells me, because we're going through this, and I'm like, is this the sick card? Is this like, and at that time, like, we didn't have Pro QA or anything like that. So we're just using the freaking cards. And I'm going through and stuff, and making sure to check all the main things. But I say that in the second time, blah, 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 in reference to male subject with penis problems. And I unkey, and I turn over to look at my supervisor right before I get back on the phone with my caller, and or my supervisor and trainer. And she's looking at me like this. And I said, what? What? I'm about to get back on the line with this guy. What happened? What did I say wrong? And she goes, you actually said it. And I was like, I said, you told me to say that. Did you think that I wasn't going to say that? Like, I asked you, you're my trainer, and you told me to say that. Of course I'm going to say that. So then, Central, can you give us a little more information? You advise penis problems. What exactly is going on? And so, all right, yeah, traumatic injury. Yep, traumatic injury. You can go to that. Sick card, traumatic injury. Yes, Christina. Yeah, I trusted you. Yes, exactly. Yes, that's basically what I was saying to my trainer, because I was like, you told me to. You told me to. Now, the hemorrhage, there was no bleeding or anything. That was the thing. And there wasn't like a gash. So it would be more the traumatic injury. But but she is, oh, wait a minute, over here on Instagram. Oh my God. I love it when trainers say that. Yeah, exactly. So I'm freaking out, but also talking to this person, and obviously nothing had changed. Everything was still the same. EMS is heading out there. But I remember when I was getting ready to say it over the radio, my trainer goes, tell them to call in. Just tell them to call in really quick. And I said, okay. Yeah, I said, okay to her. And, I said Allegan Central to, whatever EMS unit it was at that time. I can't remember because, like I said, this was years ago. I said, can you TX? Can you TX dispatch really quick for further? And he calls in and I tell him, and the dude's like, no way. And I was like, just go, dude. Like, I'm like, I feel awkward as it is. Yeah. So, like, so we get off the phone. I get back with the guy, and I asked him. I said, do you feel? I went through all of my pre-arrival instructions, and I had said to him, do you feel safe or okay enough to hang up the phone with me? Otherwise, I'll stay on the line with you. I said, I might have to put you on hold if another call comes in, And he goes, no, sir, I think we've done enough here. You've definitely helped me. I will call back if anything changes. I honestly don't remember if they transported or not. I really don't. I don't remember. I'm guessing maybe, but yeah, that one was something. But that I will never forget, where where my trainer had told me that, and I said it over the air, and she was just like, and you know what? I do remember telling her, I said, you better not mark me down for my DOR, because I've been busting my ass today, and then this happened, but it's because you told me to say it. So you better not mark me down. And she's just laughing her ass off. And she's like, I promise you, I will not mark you down for that. I was like, that's your bad. That was your bad. And she's like, yeah, my bad. Oh, man. But that's just how it happens in dispatch sometimes. What are you going to do? Oh, man. Well, we are just over the hour here for this week's Open Mic Live. I hope you all had an excellent time with me here tonight. I had so much fun with all of you. Playing these funny calls, talking about them and everything. And Christine over here on Facebook says bonus points on the DOR. Yes, exactly. Yep. Over here on Instagram, I've had trainees say, what, in incarceritis? On the air before, also my fault. I was a trainer on that one. Oh, man. Like I said, sometimes that shit happens, and then you have to figure out how to go from there. Oh, man. So where are your numbers now? I was coming in at a high 8. I am way above that now. I'm way above a 10. Again, I've had so much fun with all of you this evening, and I always love doing open mic with you guys. We take about an hour or so out of our evening to just come together, share some funny stories, lighthearted stories, news, whatever the case may be, and forget about the bullshit that's going on in the world. Because again, laughing is good medicine. And when we are here supporting each other, sharing stories, that power of storytelling, and healing and finding closure through that power of storytelling, here together in support of each other. So thank you, all of you, for being here with me tonight. Stay safe out there. Thank you for what you do. And if you have any comments, questions, you ever want to be a guest on the flagship show Within the Trenches, you can simply go to linkswith2eyes.co/IAM911. You'll find everything there. My email, social media, where to hear the latest Within the Trenches podcast episode. And oh my God, my mom just put an emoji in the comments. Hello, Mom. Oh no. Right there is my mom. I am 44 years old. I am a grown ass man, but I respect the hell out of my mom. And it is always funny, especially after everything that I have played today. Mom, I have a question for you. How? Oh no. There's her other emoji. So I have a question, Mom. How long have you been listening this evening? How long have you been listening? Before I go off air, I want to know how long you've been here. Rogers over here says he's at a 12. Thank you for keeping me company and good laughs tonight. Thank you for being here as always, and everyone else. I'm waiting for my mom to say. She hasn't said yet. Oh, Roxy, what's going on? Roxy's up in this too. So my mom hasn't said anything yet. So I'm guessing she might have been here for the entire broadcast. Oh no. Ah! My face is hot. Oh, this is her emoji. Just like laughing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure mom has been here the whole time. Christina over here on Facebook says, at least none of them were you calling in those things. You would have been way worse for mom to hear. Oh man. Well, again, I love you guys, Mom. I love you too. And I'm sorry if you heard some of those some of the other ones. But again, if you're right, Rogers, yes, you are right. I did give the warning. Again, linkswith2eyes.co/IM911. If you ever want to be a guest on Within the Trenches podcast, whether you are new to dispatch, seasoned, or retired, I would love to have you on to share your story. I've got, a bunch of people lined up to be on, but that doesn't mean don't reach out. Please reach out. And I would love to share your story. I've been doing this for over a decade. Oh no, there's the answer. My mom says no comment. Yes. All right. She's been here the whole time. Oh, that is great. I would love to share your story. Again, I've been doing this for over a decade. It is my passion. I love doing this, and I want to be able to share your powerful story. So hit me up. There's a link on there. Also, you can hear the latest episodes of Within the Trenches podcast, the latest episode of the Imagine Listening podcast, the link for the Trenches community that is free. There's a link on there. You can click it, and it'll take you to the community. There's going to be a bunch of stuff that I have coming for that, so look out for that. Also, links for the Imagine Listening books, volume 1 and 2. And then if you are looking for any dispatch or podcast merchandise, you can check that out there as well. This can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, as well as X and Instagram. Instagram is back. Woo! It is working. Thank the Lord for that. So you can check those out there, and then you can listen to the podcast 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Have a good night, everyone. I love you all, and we'll see you all in the next one.